and welcome to our first video in this playlist of troubleshooting the Little Rebel, focusing on the sewing functions of the Little Rebel. In this series, we're going to go over a bunch of different things to help you keep sewing your masterpieces. In this video, we're specifically going to look at some of the features and functions of the Little Rebel, such as the buttons and lights and when they light up and when they don't light up. All right, let's get started by taking a look at the buttons of your Little Rebel. We're going to start down here with the start and stop button. The start and stop button only works when your foot pedal is not plugged in. So I have my foot down, and when I hit that, then it will engage the feed dogs for me. If I have this plugged in, note that now it will not work and it will beep at you. So if you're ever like, why isn't this working? Double check that this is plugged in or not plugged in. The next button that we're going to talk about is this reverse button that's right here. If you hold it, it is going to reverse until you let go. If you just press it, it's going to take a couple of stitches back and then stop, leaving the needle in the up position for you. The next button is this one here with the two arrows. This is your up-down button for your needle. If you press it when it's in the up position, it's going to put your needle down. If you press it when it's in the down position, it's going to bring your needle up. When you are sewing and you stop sewing, you have a choice if you want your needle in the up position when it stops or the down position when it stops. Right now it's in the up position. If I want it to be in the down position, I'm going to hold this button until it beeps. And so now when I stitch and stop, it's going to leave it in the down position. The only exception to that is that reverse stitch. That reverse stitch is always going to end in the up position because it assumes that you're doing a tie-off stitch and you're ready to clip this. All right, the next button we're going to talk about is this Q button. The Q button will be in the off position anytime that you are in sewing mode, and it will only come on once you have put on the plate that lets the machine know that you are getting ready to go into quilt mode. So that's when this light will come on. When you are in quilt mode, if you press that, it allows you to go into manual mode. When you are in the quilt mode, where that means you are using the sensor, you have a choice in your stitch length, which we'll talk a little bit more about here. When you are in manual mode, you only have a choice in the speed. Next to the Q button, we have these two arrow buttons that control your stitch length. There are 5 lights, but 10 different settings. So each time that you set it, it will go from dull to light, and that will tell you which setting that you are on. Next to that, we have the speed of the machine. Same thing, there are 6 settings, 3 lights. As you push those buttons, they will change in each one. When you have maxed them out, that is the fastest speed. If you are finding that you're having trouble keeping your stitches straight and you've got it on max speed, you may want to consider going to a slower speed because the Little Rebel is a very powerful machine, and if you're working on very delicate piecing, it's just going to be hard to hold this as fast as it's going, so consider dropping your speed. Another thing that you need to keep in mind, even though it's not a button, is this lever back here. This is your lift for your presser foot, and it's something that's different about all of our other machines. Doesn't have that, but the Little Rebel, since it's also a straight stitch machine, has this. If you forget to put this down, it's going to affect your tension, so always remember to put it down whether you're in sewing mode or in quilting mode. Please see the manual that came with your Little Rebel to go into more details about what we discussed in this video. You can also find a digital version of this manual on our website, graceframe.com, under resources. And if you've been thinking about the Little Rebel and have more questions about it, feel free to also check out information on our website or contact our sales folks at sales@graceframe.com. Please stay tuned for the next video in this playlist, and remember to like and subscribe.